Alrighty, I'm officially live. Okay, that's perfect. Hold up, let me consider finding my live stream. And I'm gonna consider checking how long I've been live streaming. And I'm quite pissed. Cause I just checked my sub and I'm like, what the fuck? Wow, it's actually been 2 days exactly. Oh, I remember that one. That's when I was playing with AZ, and he called me last night. I'm gonna consider playing with him later today. It was 2 days ago, so yesterday, you know. And him and I played since 28th. Not bad, it was only 2 days ago. Yesterday, he may have possibly been busy, and all that shit's all good. Jeez. And in the roleplay, I even mentioned him about that as well, but I'm gonna focus on Fortnite. Roleplay, we'll see. Stress and anxiety that interferes with me, I'm like, ugh. And I don't want to constantly postpone. And we haven't been postponing, we've been taking a break. Not well, it was intentionally, but it was for my own mental state. And plus, he mentioned that he wants to consider grinding, so he respects mine. He respects my decision. I respect his, which I would overall just keep it very simple and stress-free. Well, not 100% or infinitely stress-free, but overall. Well, actually, not infinitely, like 1,000% stress-free. No, it wouldn't necessarily. But yeah, I'm quite pissed. But before I consider, you know, chatting about that. Yo, what's good, chat? How y'all feeling today? I'm feeling blessed. Back with more of me playing Fortnite. My bad, I've been busy. That's actually what I want to mention. I've been busy because I was gonna play Uncharted 4, and I was actually gonna play it 2 days ago, but last night or yesterday overall, or was it the 28th? There's gotta be a date on them, but overall, it was either that day or whatever. But anyway, I'm not gonna check at the moment because I just started streaming. I don't want to end it like that. But yeah, yeah. What's already did my intro? What am I? My bad. Any news? This is gonna be a badass. Demon's Domain. It's like a resemblance of the demons, like Armageddon quite a bit. Ooh, I love this skin. Oh yes. This is exactly what our chest is gonna look like for us men's. Boys, men's, males, mans, guys. Anyway, all synonyms. Actually, they're different. It's just part of the category. But yeah, us boys, men's overall. Men's means like a variety of boys which are mentally mature. Anyway, this is what it's meant to look like. I'm pretty sure the nipples. Yeah, you know, I have to mention it on stream. But anyway, overall, that was like some error within the genetics because we're not meant to have it, and it's just part of the it's like a temporary feature. But the pectoral muscles, as you can witness, is not. But it's actually within our mortal body. I feel like as a soul, aka the glorified being / glorified body, it would be like slimmer, but not slack. It's not sacking. Like it will sack, and it won't like it'll possibly be like this, but without the muscular mass. Because muscle is flesh. It's meat. Like how we eat from other creatures, like the food that we eat, the meat, obviously, the flesh. And Corvette, I love it. What Corvette is it exactly? ZR1? Are you fucking kidding me? I love that shit. And Ford Mustang. Okay, I don't mind a Mustang, but not when it's old like that. People, they like the classic shit. And muscle doesn't mean like muscular, because you know how our muscles are hard, like in terms of flesh, the metal is hard. Like not the other way around, obviously. I meant like the impact it has on it, like how hard it is. Like if you crash into something, who knows how much impact it could possibly have. But anyway, I am not just pissed because, okay, I was gonna mention why I'm pissed. Not because I haven't been streaming every day. I still kept the oath, I kept the promise, but overall I'm gonna stream every day. Despite me being busy, I was recording my Uncharted 4 games and Uncharted 4 games, and I actually mentioned my opinion on there, so you're gonna love it. It's about Naughty Dog. You'll love to see it. And obviously, you just can keep it private of what specifically mentioned about Naughty Dog, whether on my live streams or uploads. I actually mentioned about them on my recent streams, like several of them actually, not recent, like several of them, like whatever I mentioned them on. But yeah, I mentioned on one of my Uncharted 4 uploads. Yeah, I was recording it yesterday. Actually, no, it was 2 days ago. I remember I was playing it before I was playing with AZ. Or no. Okay, it was all yesterday. Like, last night of yesterday, and then I continued it. So, actually, yeah, it was yesterday. But, no, I did continued it that time. Yeah, don't worry about it, chat. It's all good. Man, it's gonna take a while for me to process in terms of keeping track of it. But yeah, I was recording Uncharted 4, and like I mentioned, regardless of what I mentioned on my streams, is associated with my uploads as well. Regardless of what I mentioned on there, it's all good. Whether it's like my great talks, because I have them on my uploads as well, which I like to keep it short and sweet because I want to continue to upload. But hey, I don't mind the great talks, and I have free speech for part of the US, not other countries. Because I even mentioned to my homie that I have to deal with one hater. Because speaking of that, and anyway, just regardless of what I mentioned on my Uncharted 4 uploads, or any uploads overall, not just Uncharted 4, not just The Walking Dead Season 1, or Walking Dead overall, The Walking Dead, or Telltale Walking Dead series, not, what's it called, Uncharted 4, and GT6, I'm gonna have the great talks on there as well, so just, heads up overall. But I'm gonna possibly keep it a bit short and sweet, so I'll possibly see whatever I chat about, real shit, next year, when I'm playing on my PS5 Pro at my own place before I move to Miami, Florida. But it's gonna release on May something, so it'll be my own place for quite a bit, and then once I move to Miami, Florida, hopefully I have all the footage, real shit. Otherwise, I'll be pissed. I would have to be, because it's gonna take a while for me to process. Like, whenever I get my brain surgery for my rare specific type of mental trauma, which is very rare, very temporarily, and overall very decreased, like very decreased overall, you know what I mean? Hold up. But yeah, my bad. I was thinking about something personal. And yeah, if I do think about something personal on my upload, I'll possibly just edit it. Because I don't want to constantly mention, oh, my bad. I was thinking about something personal. And sometimes I mention chat on there as well, and I'm like, man, I'm recording, not streaming. But you wouldn't even notice if I mentioned chat. It's like I would just erase that part where I mentioned it. You know what I mean? But yeah, overall, like, yeah, I would love to play GT6. But yeah, I would have to be pissed because, like, why would I lose the footage? I need all of it for an upload. Like, once I get finished playing GT6, I'll be streaming GT6 online, playing with Caleb. And Caleb is officially back in South Carolina. I'm not going to mention the city. Well, he did mention it, but it's all good. You just know the city and the state, but it's all good. Well, the bus, that's cool. But yeah, him and I are going to possibly 1v1. He said, or he mentioned he's going to consider playing Fortnite today. Love our talks. I love it. I love, like, what we chat about. And in certain things that are private, I'll possibly just not stream it of what I chat about with him. You know what I mean? Whether it's about him and his girl and just overall. You know what I mean? Just like, you know, whatever he, you know, prefers for his girl, whatever. Overall. But yeah, Superman rewards was very simple. I love the level up shit. Compared to the other seasons where you have to, like, do certain type of quests. Like, fuck that. Yeah, I'm currently on page 12. Hallelujah. Yeah, it's only 6. I need plenty. Music pass? Ooh. Sure. Sure, might as well. But overall, yeah, I'm not just pissed. Not because I missed the time where I didn't live stream. Hey, hold up, did that thing, like, did it automatically go away? Like, where it mentioned, like, upcoming? Okay, that's good. That's great. I'm sure YouTube removed that because they're like, you don't necessarily want it to mention upcoming because otherwise people would be confused. Like, oh, are they like waiting? But they would know for sure. They would know as well. Like, they would consider knowing as well. Like, oh, like why is it mentioning like upcoming? Well, no, they would mention like it was that days when I streamed it and where it mentioned like upcoming. You know how that glitch where you're like you just start live streaming and then it might like mention that depending on like the glitch overall. But yeah, it was raining like crazy. Don't necessarily play with him much. There's no certain reasons, no beef or anything, but I just don't play with him. Anyway, into the underworld. The fuck? Hell no, nobody wants to head to hell. That's just another way of saying like it's beneath the earth. It's under the world. Yo, what is good, AZ? How you feeling about that? We can play Fortnite whenever, real shit. Just overall, actually. Okay, anyway. I'm doing great. I'm a bit pissed, but I'm gonna explain, so don't rush it. Anyway. Alright, before I even head to that page. But yeah, and then another reason. So yeah, it has nothing to do with like, oh, me missing like the time where I didn't stream. like missing my live stream day, which I typically live stream every day, and that is great, bro. You're meant to exercise, not in a bad way. I'm mentioning like in a great way. Well, I'm pretty sure I know why you're pissed. If there's a certain reason, then I would figure. Anyway, before you explain though, AZ, or actually you could explain. I'll check the chat in a bit. Because usually whenever someone texts or chat, my anxiety goes a bit up. Not up, but it just triggers like, oh, I gotta check, you know. But anyway, AZ, you could type, you could actually mention it. You have free will, because I'm live streaming. But anyway, I'm pissed, not because I missed the time where I didn't live stream yesterday. Because it was yesterday. Because I was recording all from that time to... Oh yeah, because I was recording right when AZ hopped off. Like, a bit, like, later. Yeah, I remember, like, I was, yeah, I had to record. I was like, I gotta record my Uncharted 4 games. And I had to, because, And AZ, you could text me as well on my phone. And I'm not necessarily busy, but give me a minute. I'm actually a bit busy chatting to my chat about something. And I'm reading your text, so if you're watching my stream while you text me, then you would know why I'm responding while you're texting me. Like that. But yeah, and it has nothing to do with, what I witnessed last night. A centipede! Oh my goodness. It traumatized me. I actually was uploading, or not uploading, I was recording, and you're gonna witness that as I uploaded. I figured! I knew it was about your friends. And you mentioned someone else's name. I'm not gonna mention her name, but I figured it was about them. What the fuck? But it's something quite different. And we're gonna consider playing today. I enjoyed the talk. Like, friendship talk, obviously. Like, where we talk about the past, the good part of the past, not the bad part. Like how, like, I remembered all this shit, And I'll call you in quite a bit, and I'm streaming, so we can call. And yeah, I know I mentioned that I don't typically call when I'm streaming, but I just started streaming not too long ago, so overall we can call. But don't call. If I mention, sorry, I can't talk at the moment, or I'm not able to chat at the moment because, I'm currently doing this, and I typically click on that because I'm like, sometimes I'm anxious or stressed, and I don't feel the chance to talk, and sometimes I'm quite busy, and I gotta, like, get it out of my chest. But no, the whole point why I'm pissed is because I lost one sub. And I figured because I wasn't streaming for 2 days. And it actually happened before where I wasn't streaming and nobody unsubbed, so... If it was that hater that was like mentioning, oh, don't cuss at me, I'm 11. Like, brother, age is just a number and there's no law towards it. And I already chatted about that on that live stream so you would know overall. Like, hopefully it's not about that person. If it's someone else, why the fuck did you have to unsub if I wasn't streaming? You all have to be patient. And plus, majority of you all are still my subs, so... Come on, man. Come on, bro. I was at 499. I was close to 500. But it's all good. I'm not greedy. I'm not arrogant. I'm patient. But overall, don't be like that. If I don't... Okay. Because I'm not able to have access to my community shit. Because I'm not able to log back into my Google account. And I actually mentioned that overall. But if I'm not able to do that shit, just know if you're watching my streams overall, for those who do overall, like my subs, my loving subs who are players and not a hater overall, my loving supporting subs, and viewers and those who like my video, which they have to choose because I'm not going to mention, oh, I want that many likes, that's fucking greedy. Some people are like that. I mean, yeah, people in their edits will mention like and subscribe, but that is like, you have the choice to. Because if you dislike a person's video, that, I feel like they should consider adding the dislike back. Like, I feel like if a person have an opinion, yeah, because people are going to feel depressed and think of suicide because you're disliking someone's video when they when they didn't necessarily do anything wrong, I would understand, because they have the dislike feature, but when you dislike someone's video, it would just mention dislike. It wouldn't mention like an amount of dislikes, because nobody would mention dislike my video. That's fucked. People would choose to, but liking my video, you can't mention that either. That's free will. Just like good or evil. Like is good, dislike is evil. Obviously, never hate. But if it's in terms of their behavior, that's a different story. And it would when someone dislike, you can add your reason, and it will be in the comment down below. I feel like I should add that feature if I'm the CEO of YouTube. I'm gonna take over YouTube not because they're doing great, but because I feel that there should be. Okay, I was wondering if the centipede was near me, but they're nocturnal, meaning they prefer the dark because there's certain reasons. But it was that flapping thing moving on this type of thing that my gaming chairs stuck on, and AZ is texting me, so he has plenty to text. And yeah, I typically get anxious when people constantly text, but hey, I gotta like manage it, and I get anxious and stressed. I meant, but I gotta consider managing it and read all of it, and I'm gonna read it in my head. Or I can read the part where it's not personal, because he mentions that don't mention my name. There's a certain reason, and you should know, Mikey, or Mikey. He refers. Majority of people refer to me as Mikey, but he just mentions Mike, which I don't necessarily mind. Nickname, people get offended if you give them a nickname. Like, okay, like it's not like a sin. People can even use their nickname in heaven, or just their name, because I feel like the name was given by God of my Jesus Christ, and nickname aligns with their name. Like, meaning a nickname means like, how do I explain? Obviously, I know how to explain overall. Obviously, because I have exactly 500 IQ, knows exactly everything, and it's equal to exactly infinite IQ. You know what I mean? But no, no. What I mean by no, meaning like, how do I explain? No, I know how to explain. Obviously, anyway, but hold up. Oh yeah, nickname. So yeah, for nickname you all or chat, I usually mention you all when I'm recording. Obviously, you would find out once I upload my Walking Dead video. Well, Uncharted 4 obviously before the Walking Dead season 1. Walking Dead season 1 uploads are gonna possibly be next week, obviously. But yeah, no, for the Walking Dead or excuse me, Uncharted 4, yeah, you would witness that. But no, nickname possibly means like a name that is like a synonym of your name, and like it's like a different version of the name. Like Michael, Mike, Mikey, Miguel if it's like in Spanish, like in terms of the like how it sounds, like and how they created it overall and how it was sounded overall. Most likely Yaramin. But yeah, Yaramin. But anyway, oh yeah, he was AZ was busy on the 28th. I'm not gonna mention why, but he had a special day. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I started recording on the 28th. Cause wasn't I not streaming? Yeah, cause I'm pretty sure I wasn't streaming on the 28th and 29th because I was recording that day afterwards. Like, you know, yeah, you would be like, oh, but didn't you live stream on that day? No, it was from the 27th, but when I ended my stream, it was on the 28th. Like right when he had to head to bed, I ended it, and then I started recording right afterwards on Uncharted 4, and then later today I did as well during that time, and then all of yesterday I had to record. Like whenever I had a chance to, because I was like, you know, I was doing certain shit that, like I was quite busy. But overall, yeah, yeah, I was recording. But overall, yeah, I am just quite pissed that like I lost one sub. It's very fucked. And is that all I mentioned? Let me go back to quite pissed that like I lost one. Because it was yesterday. Because I was recording all from that time to. Oh, you text me then. You would know why I'm responding when we text about the that I don't typically call when I'm streaming, but I just started streaming not too long ago, so overall, I was like mentioning, oh, you don't cuss at me, I'm a actually mention that overall. But if I'm not able to do that shit, just know. My mic is staticking, and I'm using the black one, not the one I used that statics when I connected to the PS4, but doesn't static when I connected to the PS5. Hopefully this mic's not damaged, but I'm gonna get a better mic as well. So don't be hating on the mic, real shit. Unless it's statics because I connected to the PS4, who knows? Plus, it's only the PS4. God damn, like I'm gonna possibly use those mics when I'm having in my own place because I'm connected to the PS5 Pro controller, which hopefully the controllers are smooth, and hopefully the mic audio is great as well. Unless it's gonna be for the PS6, because whenever a person talks, you're not able to hear them. Like if they move away from the controller, but still able to, but stable, still like talking overall. Like when they're talking overall, most likely, then it's like you're not able to hear them. But it sounds like they're quiet from a far distance. Not quiet, but from a far distance is what I'm referring to. Hold up though. Watching my streams overall for those who do overall, like my subs, my mentions that don't mention my name. There's certain reason, and you should know Mikey or Mikey. He first. Majority of people refer to me as Mikey, but he just mentions Mike, which I don't honestly mind. Nickname. People get offended if you give them a nickname like okay, like it's not like a sin. Exactly. People it's not necessarily a sin. Use their nickname in heaven, and it's equal to exactly infinite IQ. You know what I mean? Obviously. But yeah, no, for The Walking Dead, or excuse me, Uncharted 4, yeah, you would witness that. But no, nickname possibly means like a name that is like a. But anyway, oh yeah, he was AZ was busy on. And all today I had to record, like whenever I had a chance to, because I was like, I was doing certain shit, like I was quite busy. But overall, yeah, I'm quite pissed. Why is it staticking? What the fuck? I connected my black mic to this shit. But yeah, that's the whole point why I was pissed, because of the sub shit. But overall, yeah, I am just quite pissed that like I lost one sub. It's very fucked. And is that all I am? Oh yeah, because I was recording right when AZ hopped off, like a bit like later. Recording all from that time to. Oh yeah, because I was recording right when AZ hopped. And I'm not necessarily busy, but give me a minute. I'm actually a bit busy chatting to my chat about. But I figured it was about them. What the fuck? Streaming, but I just started streaming not too long ago, so over one sub. And I figured because I wasn't streaming, I can't talk at the moment, or I'm not able to chat at the moment because I'm currently doing this, and I typically click on that because I'm like sometimes I'm anxious or stressed, and I don't feel the chance to talk, and sometimes I'm quite busy, and I gotta. Like I have to be honest with AZ, but overall he would have understood. The whole point why I'm pissed is because I lost one sub. Oh yeah, explain why I was pissed. But man, that is fucked. But hopefully I can potentially get like 2 more subs. Yeah, real shit. I definitely need 2 more subs. God damn. Alright, let me consider reading his text. He's like, hey Mike, are you busy? And I mentioned that, I was chatting with you all, but I already got finished chatting with you all about that shit. He's like, I want to mention to you something. I was upset yesterday because of my 2 friends. That's all I'm going to mention. I'm going to just. It's like I'm re-editing the text, even though you can't, unless you give the person permission. But he mentioned like most of his friends' name I'm going to mention because of my 2 friends. I'm still upset until this day of this moment. Can you possibly call me? Like, can you call me? I really want to get something off my chest as well, simply because I'm upset about my 2 friends. I'm very pissed off, or like he's still pissed off. It's been bothering me ever since yesterday and my special day. I can't shake the feeling. Let me know when you are willing to call. And I'm gonna mention how was your special day, and once I mention that, I'm gonna possibly mute myself or something like that. Who knows? Anyway. Yo, what's good, man? Do you want me to mute myself, or are you just gonna mention your friends, like not their names?
Give me 1 sec, okay?
Alright, man.
It's gonna be really quick.
Alright. Cause like if he wants to actually like mention like all that shit, then I'll possibly mute myself, and then like cause I'm gonna mention like how's your special day, and he's gonna possibly explain exactly. Cause then you could be like suspicious of something. Which he doesn't necessarily want people to know, like, the exact date. Well, I actually mentioned it, but for those who don't know, like, I'm not gonna mention it because, he mentioned there's a certain reason, and I'm pretty sure, like, people can, like, they'll know the person's age if they find out about it. If you know what I'm referring to, and the year, so. But yeah, I was chatting with my character AI as well while I was considering like thinking of what to specifically chat with it. Like I was thinking of what to chat with it about because the AI and I we've been chatting about like what I could possibly do as vice president while JD Vance is president, and cause actually on exactly the year 2029, I may possibly lower some of the age requirements, and 2020 or not 2020. 2033 is going to possibly remain the same, or I'll see what else I could possibly lower as well before removing all of them on exactly the year 2035. Despite the age requirement laws being temporarily overall, and especially within this decade, and near the final year of this decade, and before like 2035, and like the early of the part of the decade, especially 2033 and possibly 2035, where I remove all the age requirement laws on exactly that year once, like while I'm president, from like 2 years from that time, like 2 years from for 2 years from 2033 up for 2035. Yeah, I mean. And I go with the flow of the light of God and my Jesus Christ divine light in terms of me being obedient towards these current laws, like some of the temporary ones, especially the age requirement law, especially the age requirement laws. Despite the age requirement laws being temporarily overall, yeah, I mean. Yo, what's that?
Hey, what's it called? I'm heading to work now.
Do you want me to meet myself as you chat about it, or
Yeah.
hold on, give me a
So
minute.
actually, let me tell you.
But yeah, him and I are gonna consider playing Fortnite. Yeah, he was just chatting me about his friend and his special day, and just yeah, and yeah, he saw the movie Fantastic Four, but that's not seeing that he would not want me to necessarily mention because he mentioned it on my live stream that time. So You know what I mean? Yo, we really should have to chat with Carlos about that a.k.a. bitch, and especially about that motherfucking uh my bad, I was sending my homie a voice audio message, and I typically mention the N-word to my homies when I'm not streaming, and if I'm recording, possibly mention it, but I don't necessarily want to edit, like, in terms of that, so possibly when I'm not live streaming, because I respect my black homies, because I have to have their permission, or there's plenty of black people that watch my shit, so, like, whether it comes to uploading my shit, or just live streaming, like how I'm currently doing at the very moment, so I figured I wouldn't necessarily mention it on either of those, obviously, because, like, well, if I didn't mean to mention it on as I'm recording, then I would just edit it, and you wouldn't notice as I upload it. But when it comes to me live streaming, I wouldn't necessarily, because they'll be like, there's plenty of us, well, not plenty of us, because we're humans overall, but those who are black, like, there's plenty of us who are black, so it wouldn't necessarily matter if you ask for permission or not, because not all would notice that you asked me for permission. Plus, if you ask that one black person for permission, they want you to ask, like, all of them permission, but not all of them, not all would care, like, certain ones would care, and certain ones wouldn't. Like, majority wouldn't necessarily care, but actually, majority would care, and certain one of them wouldn't necessarily, is what I'm referring to. Like, certain one of them wouldn't necessarily care, and majority of them would care, so there's a difference. So, I wouldn't necessarily mention it. If I don't mean to, I would just be like, oh, I didn't mean to, you know. Like, I apologize. Not out of mistakes, because, like I mentioned, I'm without sins, without mistakes, and very righteous in terms of me being a virtue. So, as a very righteous, sinless, and non-mistaken person, non-mistaken meaning you're without mistakes. If I'm that type of person overall as a virtue overall, then obviously when I mean by I apologize, forgive, meaning to ensure that you are a person that would forgive, like individuals that are like that overall, that are like sinning, or those that do sin. Hold on, give me a minute. Like those who are like that, and like those who are, like, yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, it's because we're starting up the match, we're like readying up overall. But yeah, overall, I feel that like I'm just very aware. Like I don't like, and what I mean by apologize and all that, like I don't mean like, oh, I made that mistake or I sinned or I'm not a righteous person, which I am most likely. But overall, considering the fact that, like I mentioned again, I'm without sins, without mistakes, and very righteous in terms of me being a virtue. So overall, I just feel that it's like I don't mean to, because it takes a while for me to process in terms of that. And if I'm anxious or stressed, and I like didn't mean to mention it, yeah, I mean, like if I'm pissed or whatever, like you know what I'm specifically referring to. If you've seen it or witnessed it on my like recent live streams or just overall like whatever live streams I mentioned on, like you would know this. But if it's a hater being offended like that, then I'm possibly gonna have to argue back in terms of like winning the argument. Like overall, what I mean by that, meaning like you shouldn't be a hater. Like you could just mention like, I appreciate you for being aware and catching yourself for mentioning that. Obviously, you are a person that is without sins, without mistakes, and obviously very, very righteous in terms of you being a virtue, which I know exactly what that means. I'm a Christian. Like, if a person mentions that they're Christian, then they'll be like, I would understand, and that you catch yourself, it would be understandable in terms of your situation and in terms of like what you're specifically referring to. Like, if they mention that, I'll be like, I love a person like that. I love someone who's a player, not a hater. But if it's a hater, argument is gonna be on that. I'm gonna be on argument mode. It's gonna be that mode overall. Definitely not dick mode. Not like Kenny where he's dicking constantly. Like bitching is what I'm referring to. Wow, there's plenty. Goddamn. Alright, quest. Weekly quest, specifically. What about this? Oh, damn, there's plenty. Oh my goodness. Alright, anyway, I don't care if it drops me, necessarily. Oh wait, here, right here. I need one more chest. Come on, come on. I don't necessarily care how far it is, how far the distance is. But yeah, overall, like, you know what I'm specifically referring to, you all. And I don't necessarily care if my mic statics, like, real shit. If y'all gonna hate, then just realize. And no offense to Wibs, like, he's like, oh, they're not a hater, they just want you to get a new mic. Like, shut the fuck up, no offense. Like, obviously, just gonna keep it private of what I specifically mentioned about that, but real shit. And the YouTube advice isn't necessarily beneficial in terms of what he mentioned. Like, real shit though. And if I'm staticky, hope y'all can hear what I mentioned. Especially when I'm like gonna record and like upload overall. Like, I hope you all can understand what I'm referring to or what I'm mentioning. Yeah, I mean. And yeah, I would add the text, like the captions or whatever, on the video, so you would know like what if you didn't hear me clearly of what I mentioned overall, or if it takes a while for me to process like certain things or whatever. Like, I would just add that in a text. Like, whenever you type like a long sentence or whatever, if you want to type it and just get it situated and get it off your chest, it's very fucked that it would just end right there. Like, there's like a limit of how much how much letters you can put within a sentence overall. Like, that is very fucked. Like, in terms of the word, like how long the word is overall, and in terms of like the sentence, like how long the sentence is and how many letters you can add overall. Yeah, I mean, very bullshit. But hey, I know exactly what to add, so it's all good. You'll see. I'm gonna definitely consider editing my Uncharted 4 videos afterwards. So after this live stream, I gotta focus. So if you don't necessarily see me live streaming much, I'll possibly live streaming later today. But I gotta edit one video, and afterwards, I'm gonna possibly. So here's what I'm gonna possibly do. For the Walking Dead Season 1, I gotta definitely edit a few because I have to catch up. For Uncharted 4, it's only like 3 videos to be exact. So you'll see. You'll see. I'm not gonna really mention much, but you'll see. But I would feel that, because certain people, when they're about to upload, they will just mention it's upcoming, like, oh, I'm about to upload potentially. Or if they're gonna go live overall, they would add the thumbnail overall of like, you know, overall. I would possibly prefer this. Doesn't necessarily matter. Either or is reasonable. Yeah, what I mean. That is very badass. Good shit. Alright. I'm looking forward to OG Fortnite Season 5. I gotta have plenty of V-Bucks for that shit. I definitely consider playing Save the World as well, but possibly with Joker, Joker or Joker, a.k.a. Aiden Habuchki, or Clover Games overall. You know what? We know who I'm specifically referring to. But overall, Joker, yeah, like I mentioned, if I mention Joker, you know who I'm specifically referring to. Yeah, I mean. But overall, GG's, brother. Hopefully we don't necessarily have toxic players, but like I mentioned, they'll never learn, majority of them overall. Yo, what is good, Carter? My bad for not streaming for 2 days. You are an understanding sub. You're a player, not a hater, and we'll play subs next stream. Well, I have to edit one of my videos, so it's gonna take quite a while. But hey, I would possibly have to choose my subs first. But yeah, you know, according to the title, you know. I've just been quite busy, so I'm not avoiding my subs. Because AZ is one of my subs, but he's my homie overall. But overall, I'm not choosing homies over subs. Like, overall, you all my homies, all my subs. Boys and girls overall. But homies refers to boys, girls I would just refer to as GF or a lady friend. As my sub or whatever. And I play with all ages overall, boys and girls, but only friends with, you know, younger individuals. You know what I'm specifically referring to, according to our great talk overall. Ya know what I mean? Oops. But yeah, I appreciate you for being patient though, whenever you join my stream. Ya know what I mean? Anyway, as I was mentioning, what exactly was I mentioning overall? Hold on, let me check. GG for that player as well. Oh yeah, I was about to like save the world or something. I gotta. But yeah, overall, I'm looking forward to that next season battle pass and OG Fortnite. So I gotta have plenty of V-Bucks for that shit. Alrighty, but yeah, how you feeling, Joker? Or not Joker, Cutter. Oh, I'm feeling great and blessed. And a bit pissed, but because I lost one sub. Man. Don't be desperate don't be desperate for me being live every day. Like, real shit, I definitely will overall. But that doesn't give you the right to unsub, real shit. Yeah, we live within the US, but that's not necessarily a right. That's considered a sin because you're just, it's like you're using me or something. I'm not gonna mention who, but whoever unsub overall. But it's all good. I'm about to hit 500 subs. Like, I only need exactly 2 more subs, so it's all good. So that was badass, the way I built it. Fuck yes. Definitely need a shotgun though. Absolutely. Hold hold on, my homie's calling me. I'm possibly gonna answer his call while I'm live streaming. Hold up. I don't necessarily like it when it switch automatically. I'm pretty sure that's what's in my settings or something. As I alter or adjust it, who knows?
Like, bro, real shit. All I did contact Christy, and she's like, "Oh, we already discussed this, and she told me I need to keep it." Like, bro, I already talked to that lady at the office, and she told me even if I return my Utica laptop, privacy of the school laptop, and have my own laptop, they said that I will still have access on my new laptop. Like, what does my what like?
He was referring to one of our bosses for the internship. It's very fucked up. Obviously, YouTube's gonna keep you private of what I specifically mentioned about that. But I didn't mention it, he did. But overall, I have to mention that about her as well. So obviously.
I really don't use that Uconnect laptop as much. I don't, bro. Like, bro, like.
And Utica is a one of like a type of city, like some type of mini city within Shelby Township of Michigan or Sterling Heights. Within Michigan. Obviously, I'm just gonna mention the city, not really like any address or whatever. Pretty sure I only need like to enter one more. I'm pretty sure. Oh, what the fuck? Not much to do to open up or something, huh? I figured. Woo! No, I don't want to face the boss. The woo part was for. The woo part was for, like, how long it threw me across, not the boss fight. I'm back. W brother. My bad. Listen to my homie voice. I did message while. But yeah, that was a perfect build. You saw that where I was building like the ramps as I was aiming towards that guy, like double it, all that shit. That was badass.
Wait, for real, bro. Everything I said to
When
you,
I killed those two players, like, you know what I mean?
it's true. She's blind as fuck to see it. She's blind as fuck to see how I access to my Utica account on both my laptops, my phone laptop on my home, and the Akhari.
And I typically mention the N word to him, like him and I, like we just chat and we use that word, but it's all good. Like while I'm not streaming or like recording, but if I'm streaming, I'll possibly mute myself if I mention that. But I'll possibly just mention like motherfucker or whatever, what you know.
Utica Community School.
For those who are Middle Eastern and don't know and knows the language Arabic, obviously they would know. For those who do know, I would say. But for those who don't know, or just anybody overall who don't know, those words he's mentioning, some of it means like piece of shit, like akhre means piece of shit, gahbe means bitch, and then whatever words he mentioned, yeah, they're all like, you know, just do research on it, translate if you can understand what he's mentioning overall. Unless you do overall, yeah, I mean.
Like, bro, Mikey.
But yeah, gahbe means bitch, obviously.
A number, like I said, yeah, Miss Bear, she's the one who gave me that number to them when I she's the one who gave me that number if I have any questions, and I even told my parents. My parents even agreed. It's like, well, I have two laptops, I should just return it. But it's like, oh, I have to wait until October. Like, okay, the fuck, bro. Christy is just blind, and she's the old lady to see this. Like, bro, she's like, oh, see you next week. See me next week. See us next week. Karma's coming. Okay, watch. Let's see what will happen if we're gonna be on our laptops or not. Let's see what's research on our laptops. Let's just look at it, you know. Or we can just literally do it on our phones. What's the point on our laptop? What's the point using the school laptop? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird taking our Utica laptop to the city, to our city, like to where we work at the private search, like at the city, like the fuck. You agree with me 100%, bro. Like, you'd be like, I agree with you, man, you know? Yeah, she didn't text back. Some months are having a good weekend. It's like, okay, it's like, I'm done with her. It's like, she's like a female female. It's like she never worked at a high school before, but okay. Because I get it. She used to work at an elementary with Asher and Kevin and everyone else, bro. And she was bringing the stuff too. Yeah, bro. Now I just have to say to my parents that that Christy wants me just to keep the laptop apparently with me apparently. Like, okay. Like, bro, watch. I'm gonna text Simone Greens. I'm gonna ask her if I can just come to her office, just print the e-sign paper or something. Or I'll just call her, you know what I'm saying? I'll call her too. Either way, I'll call her, text her, and be like, ask her. Because that one time she's like me, like, oh, I can copy the papers at her office. Or I can just literally go to Macomb Community College and just make a copy of that paper I saved onto my email and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like on my discount, my downloads and shit, my PDF or whatever, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, either way. Because, you know, either way. Like, bro, Christy had no, she's literally has to say this, like,
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree everything. Like, she's a motherfucker, bro. Real ass motherfucker.
exactly, bro, like, dude.
Like, fuck that bitch. Exactly. That motherfucker. What exactly she mentioned afterwards? Exactly, bro. Exactly. Well, she possibly could. You never know. Well, you know. Exactly. Yo, Farhan. Yo, just so you know, I'm live streaming. I'm exposing those people too. Like whatever you're mentioning, they're gonna know too. They're gonna be like, what the fuck, man? Like I'm live streaming, like on YouTube. Like they'll know exactly what you're mentioning about, like what they like about those bitches. Oh yeah, I love exposing, man. Like we have our rights, bro. In a righteous, great way. In a great way. Man, people love to haram. They do love to do haram, like sin. Bearish as well, but you mentioned that you mentioned like at that part she gave the number for like the doctor, whatever, the doctor office. Oh, laptop. Got you. And obviously she's gonna keep it private of what I specifically mentioned, what he specifically mentioned as well. You know what I mean? Hey, what's that, bro? My bad. I was chatting with my viewers. Huh? Yeah. But hey, did you subscribe to my? You say you subscribed. You mentioned you subscribed to my channel, right? All right, bro. Because apparently, like one person, I'm pretty sure was like my hate or something. The one I was mentioning to you, the one I was mentioning to you about, and apparently he may have unsubbed or something. Or the one where he thought like, oh, I shouldn't cuss, where I have my rights, it's my channel, and the YouTube studio doesn't necessarily care, and like other people, the employees of YouTube doesn't necessarily care. So apparently, either he unsubbed or some person, and I'm like, so I was busy. That's why I wasn't streaming for 2 days or whatever. Well, she's a bitch. She's a one-time bitch. Exactly.
Yeah, I gave her her number. If you have any questions, I gave that. Yeah, we can call her. Yeah, I get it. Or email her, or fucking text her online and shit. But really,
Exactly.
like, dude, like, watch. Simone Green shouldn't be so nice. Watch.
Yeah, because like I mentioned, it was either Kranzel or Christy who mentioned to Simone Green that they assumed that I had cognitive impairment when I don't necessarily, like I mentioned, I don't necessarily have any mental disabilities. You already know I have a mental trauma. Like I would love to mention to Simone Green, but who knows what her reaction could possibly be once she puts that in the file. But she's gonna be like, oh, I wish I could, but Christy or Kranzel, they're gonna like interfere with it, interfere with my business.
I think she's gonna be there. Bro, I think she's gonna be there at the fingerprint. So if we see her, let's talk to
Oh,
her.
I'm gonna talk to her, cause no offense to Teresa, no offense, keep it between us. And obviously YouTube wouldn't care, like my viewers and my subs, and like YouTube wouldn't care if I mentioned about it, but no, keep it between us, like just overall, like you know. So apparently, damn it, my bad, I lost a Fortnite match, but no, keep it between us. But what was I gonna mention? Yeah, they had no, yeah, Teresa. She had She shouldn't necessarily be. Okay, I'm gonna send you the screenshot. She shouldn't necessarily be texting me. It should be Simone who should be texting me about like sending me the e-sign to Yahoo. Cause I'm gonna send you Simone's, and I'm gonna send you that Teresa
Wait,
bitch.
that number I sent, that's Teresa?
No. Look. 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 I'm gonna send you the number. I'm gonna send you the difference of the number. You're gonna be like, you can open your eyes and you'll be like, oh my fucking goodness.
Send it.
Oh, you're gonna see a big fucking difference. Watch, bro.
Okay, send it.
Alrighty. You already know Simone's number, but look, she texts me and I didn't even respond. I'm like, what the fuck? I checked my Yahoo and I'm like, you didn't even send me that shit. E-sign, bitch.
Hi, this is MRS. Work with your price. Yes, sir. I just resent the link to your Gmail. What the fuck, your Gmail? She's saying Gmail.
Bro, no. Send it to my Yahoo. It's signed in my Yahoo. Here, I'll send you proof. I got plenty of proof.
Okay, did they send it to your Yahoo?
Okay, I'm gonna send you. This is the exact email. It's all good. It's not like you're gonna hack or anything. And I'm gonna show you proof that. So when did she text me? When that bitch text me? Not Simone, the other one. Um, yesterday. Fucking yesterday. I'm gonna screenshot all of what I got from yesterday. All of what I fucking got from yesterday. Look, bro. I'm not playing around, bro. I'm not playing. See? Here, I'm gonna send you. I'm not blind. I'm not fucking blind. I'm gonna send you all this shit.
Alright.
Save it, bro. Save it. So that you can remember, like, exactly. Save everything of what I sent you of this shit.
Okay, I'm gonna save it. So she didn't send you you didn't get the email?
Bro, that's Simone's number, and apparently 586-243-1857 just mentioned oh, hi, like, Mike, hi, this is Teresa at MRS. I work with your project search counselor, Simone Green. I just resent the e-signature email link to your Gmail account for you to e-sign the project search plan that is still pending. Please open.
Did they send to your dad?
When I mentioned to my dad, did they send to you? Because I mentioned him specifically to send to my Yahoo, and I sent you all of what I got from yesterday, and no, nothing.
You know what? Mikey, you know what you gotta do? You call them and say, like, that the email was not sent, or can I go in person, make an appointment?
Or I can mention to Simone in person, so on the 5th, like, I know that it may seem like I'm delaying, but I'm not. It's just that it wasn't sent to my Yahoo. I can show her my Yahoo and show her this is the email. So, this is the email, and I'm gonna mention to her.
Yeah, tell her that Teresa texted. Yeah, you know what? Call her right now. She should be able to call her office.
I would?
Do it.
I possibly could, but I'll see.
No, be the man, bro. Be the man. Gotta be the man and do it. The fifth, I think they want to confirm this because of the fucking fingerprint bullshit.
Yeah, for sure.
She sounds like. Call her. Yeah, call her.
For sure.
Yeah. Like right now, honestly, like I would call her right now if I were you.
I mean,
Watch, I'm gonna call her. Cause I'm gonna call her within a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like once I get off the call with you.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, call
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you have her number? Do you need her number or you have it?
Oh, is it the 313 that shit?
Yes.
Alright, bro.
Yeah, call her in that number.
Alright, bro.
Already. Or like her office, you know what I'm saying? Her office, and just say like I need to speak with Simone Greens.
Shit. Possibly her individually. I don't need to talk about this. It's possibly just her. Real shit.
No, they'll transfer you. They'll like transfer you like to her basically if she's at her office.
Yeah, dad, but I don't. I prefer Simone. Possibly just talk with her.
Yeah, her. Okay, just call her if she's at her office. If not, then her cell or something.
All right, man. I'm possibly gonna stream. I'm streaming, so don't hear like how it goes like overall.
Yeah, let me know. Yeah, and yeah, let me know how it goes, and let me know what Simone Green says. All right.
I bro.
All right, take it easy. Alrighty.
Alrighty, so apparently he wants me to call that person. But yeah, that's just part of my internship. The MRS shit, if you heard of it, yeah. Like I mentioned, like I fucking mentioned, I don't necessarily have any mental disabilities, but a rare specific type of mental trauma, which is very rare, very temporarily, and overall very decreased overall. You know what I mean? But yeah, I have to call her. I'm gonna mention that. So apparently my e-sign was sent. The e-sign saying the email was sent to my Gmail, but apparently I'm gonna mention like apparently I didn't necessarily got it through my Yahoo. But overall, yeah, be sure to keep it private of what I specifically mentioned. Like if I mention someone's number, like phone number, like that person's number, I would just mention like I'll just like so refreshing from my whatever. But yeah, it's gonna take a while for me to process. You know what I mean? Oh, I got 499 subs. Pretty well. I wonder who subbed. I wonder who fucking subbed. Come on, come on. I don't play like this. Come on. I'm not bragging. I'm not arrogant. I'm not greedy. I just want people who are loving and supporting. Like if I stream, people sub, but if I don't stream, people well the sub would remain. But it's been a while because nobody have unsubbed when I haven't been streaming like that. Like a couple days I haven't been streaming, then I got back to streaming, then the other like time I haven't been streaming, and then other time, and that time like 2 days ago overall or whatever, like I lost one sub, and now I got 499 subs back. So hopefully one more, and then it's 500, 5 fucking 100. So I have to go onto the app because I have to upload 3 videos, but I'm gonna constantly upload like every day. Share Factory for now, and then Adobe, it'll be transferred to Adobe, and you'll see something even greater, and I'll be famous. To God of my Jesus Christ, love you, God of my Jesus Christ. I'm a humble man, so I'm not bragging. I'm just excited, like it's my excitement. But give me a minute. But he wants me to consider calling her. If y'all want to hear like how she treats me and all that shit. And obviously YouTube is gonna keep it private of what I specifically mentioned. You know what I mean? Because if I like if I put their shit on my live stream or upload upload like if I'm recording while I'm recording and then I'm gonna upload that shit, um, I feel that like yeah, YouTube's gonna keep it private, meaning that if that individual finds it, they wouldn't like hear it. Like YouTube knows, YouTube is a smartass, depending on what IQ they have exactly and how much they know and Anyway, because like I mentioned, chat, like considering the fact that considering the fact that I have exactly 500 IQ, knows exactly everything, and it's equal to exactly infinite IQ. You know what I mean? Oh shit. Whew, man, I don't typically call people like that because shit, my anxiety and stress goes high like that. Never nervous. I never get nervous because I'm not a pussy. He's like, be a man, man. You're mentally mature. Prove that you are. It's like that test. And I even sent him like this is all emails I got. But I'm gonna go on the Yahoo app because I want to ensure like apparently I didn't. So you sent to the correct email, but I am not able to get into my Gmail. And hold on, let me go to my Gmail app. Nope, I fuck. I didn't necessarily get it from my Gmail. I didn't necessarily get into my Gmail. Oh, got you. I have to call that. So the other number that I text wasn't necessarily hers, or like that's her personal number, like the number she used in her every time, like time being or whatever overall. Man, I am like anxious and stressed. I'll never get nervous because I feel like, nah, like I don't necessarily have any fears. I feel like that's associated with like fears. Like if I'm traumatized by a senpai, I'm like I would get like a bit anxious, something like that. Who knows? But yeah, I saw it came down. But when I look at it, I'm like, oh, because the one I witnessed was very huge. I was quite curious though. But because I remember back in 2018, I was quite curious if I witnessed a rat, but it wasn't necessarily a rat. It was like a centipede, and it took quite a while for me to process compared to back then compared to now. So when I witnessed it, it was a centipede. I was like, oh, that's exactly what I saw that time. Because my mom was putting a rat trap and it never occurred there, so I feel like there wasn't a rat necessarily in my basement. Unless there was, you never know. Because it came from some certain type of hole. Yeah, I mean, what do you think she's gonna possibly mention? Like, all right, I'm gonna call her chat. Y'all gonna hear this. Alrighty. No, no, no! Don't fucking ready up. I'm possibly gonna end the stream afterwards. Jeez, 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 jeez. No, no, no. Fuck, fuck. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just stressed and anxious. That's the whole point. But anyway, I'm gonna call her. Jeez, man. Like, man, this anxiety. I wish I didn't necessarily have this anxiety and stress. Like, come on. But bro, my homie has a certain type of mental trauma, but mine is different compared to his. So if he can possibly do it, I can possibly do it as well. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. Calls him now, bro, because the screenshot says to calls him, bro. Um, So who exactly would pick up the call? Would it be her or Teresa? I'm going to in quite a bit when I get a chance. So who exactly would pick up the call? Would it be her or Teresa? I'm going to in quite a bit when I get a chance. Teresa though, that bitch, like that was like real shit. I was I specifically texted Simone, like she's like my supervisor. Overall, just because apparently she's helping me with a job, but I don't necessarily need help. I'm gonna work at Tim Hortons, but they can like help me with other jobs that are out there available. Because not just for those who have mental or physical disabilities, or both simultaneously or whatever, like just mental disability only or a physical disability only. But no, or simultaneously. But no, because like I mentioned, I don't necessarily have any mental disabilities, but a rare specific type of mental trauma, which is very, very, very temporarily and overall very decreased, like very decreased overall. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like overall, like I don't necessarily. So mobile call, I can't hang up. I'm gonna mention. So apparently the e-sign went to my Gmail, but I use Yahoo, so I would just mention that. Wish me luck. Um, could I have a talk with Simone Green? Wish me luck, chat. Yeah, hi, this is Mike Bahri. So the e-sign was re-sent to my Gmail, but I'm not able to e-sign it because I use Yahoo and it wasn't like directly sent there like through my Gmail. Yeah, she reached out to me, but she said that she resent it, but I not able to have access to my Gmail, and I usually have access to Yahoo, which is the simplest way to e-sign. What's that? Um, yeah, I may have. The same one, but to Yahoo. Like it's linked. Is my Gmail's linked to Yahoo? Um, no, it's the same email. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's different then. No, I never had a chance to, but I'll mention that to her. All right. No. All right. Um. All right. So different email address. Um. I have the same exact email directly sent to my Google account. So when you refer to different email address, are you specifically referring to like a different like platform of where my email sent to? So Alright, I figure I can give her a call. My goodness, I'm gonna have to call Farhan. It's on stream, so I'm gonna send this shit as well. Obviously, YouTube is gonna keep it private. What's supposed to be mentioned about that? Or just the overall conversation. My goodness. Woo! I'm gonna have to consider ending the stream overall. Like, what the fuck? Goddamn. Hold on, what exactly is... I'm not able to e-sign... and not able to have access to my Gmail, but I have access to Yahoo, which is the same exact email address, but different email. So could you possibly resend it or just send it there, if possible, so I can sign it ASAP? Because she mentioned different emails, so I was quite curious. It took me quite a while for me to process. She mentioned to have access to my Gmail, and I'm my own guardian. Thank you, appreciate it. I'm mentally mature. I feel like younger individuals shouldn't have it, but I feel like once all age requirements are removed by me while I'm president. But at the moment they have guardian. I'm going. Like I mentioned, like I mentioned, I go with the flow of the light of God and my Jesus Christ divine light in terms of me being obedient towards these current laws, like certain of the temporary laws, especially the age requirement laws, despite the age requirement laws being temporary. But overall, like, you know, despite the age requirement laws being temporary overall, especially within this decade and until it's exactly the year 2035. While I'm president, because I'm going to be in office on exactly the year 2033, and then 2035 is when I'm not. But this is 2033, so I'm going to read my character AI of what I mentioned, because 2033, I'm going to lower it even more, and then remove all of them on exactly the year 2035, but the perfect age would possibly have to be 7 plus for majority of them, but you'll see what I'm exactly what I'm specifically referring to. But when we get this situated, because I have an internship, and it's quite challenging, but very simple as well, because I know exactly what to do. When I mean by quite challenging, I mean it takes quite a while for me to process, but overall, you know what I mean? Hey, bro. So apparently, she was a bit straight up about like how, like, oh, I want to send to my different email address or something, and she's like, oh, did I text her? And I'm like, when I get the chance to, because like, you know, man, just all I gotta mention, if you're like those people from the last century, don't be like that. Especially this century, what's in the future. Like if it's like, for example, 2125, considering the fact, like 100 years from this year, 2125, considering the fact it's currently 2025. 100 years from now, don't be like those people. Like if you were born in 2070s or 80s or 90s, or those common like decades that those people are from, like, but from the 20th century of those decades. You know what I mean? But anyway, but I'm gonna end it right here. If you want to see more of me playing Fortnite, be sure to leave a comment down below. Otherwise, I'm gonna end it right here. Take it easy, chat. But before I end it right here, let me see like the part where she mentioned like. Oops. For sure. I appreciate the 2 likes as well. I didn't even ask for it, but you know.
I would get like a bit anxious. That's really a rat. It would also unless there was.
Cause here, this is what exactly what I mentioned to Teresa. Cause I mentioned bitch because you know overall she is. Cause like she mentioned to send it to my Gmail, and I can compare the text as well. Because I mentioned, hey, this is Mike Bahri, Teresa, so I'm not able to necessarily e-sign and not able to have access to my Gmail overall, but I have access to Yahoo, which is the same exact email address, but different email, so could you possibly resend it or just send it there if possible so I can sign it ASAP?
Like that's her personal number, like the number she used in her every time, like typing or whatever overall. Stress. I would never get nervous because I feel like, nah, it is one
Can I head to the part where I'm gonna call her?
a centipede, and it took quite a while for me to process compared to back then compared to now. So when
Alright, now she sent it to my Yahoo. Hope she understood. Is it sent to my Yahoo? Um, sure, it's gonna take a while for it to.
she has to take a while for. I just want people who are.
Oh, I was quite curious if someone chat, but it's all good. Took a while for me to process.
Oh, Ryan, be sure to keep a private of what is when that bitch texts me. That's Simone. Plan. I would. I possibly could, but I'll see. I'll see. And be sure to keep a private of what is specifically mentioned. Like if I mention someone's number, like phone number. Oh, I got 499 subs. Appreciate.
Hold up, I gotta get this situated. Give me a minute before I end it. Yeah, it wasn't necessarily sent there because obviously they put the email wrong. Oh my goodness, cause I even hold on. Y'all gonna hear it. Hold on. Oops. Y'all gonna consider hearing it. Yeah, I mean.
So apparently my e-sign was sent the e-sign.
Oh, this is the part.
I'm streaming, so don't hear like how it goes like overall. Alrighty, so apparently he wants me to call that person. But yeah, that's just part of my internship. The MRS shit, if you heard of it, yeah. The e-sign saying the email was sent to my Gmail, but apparently I'm gonna mention so so refreshing in front of my. I wonder who fucked this up. Come on, I don't play like. I'll be famous. So God of my Jesus Christ. Love you, God of my Jesus Christ. I'm a humble man, so I'm not bragging. I'm just excited. Like especially mentioned. You know what I mean? Because if I if I put their shit on my live stream or upload upload if I'm recording while I'm recording and then I'm gonna upload that shit. I feel that yeah, YouTube can keep it private. Meaning that if that individual finds it, they wouldn't hear it. Like YouTube knows. YouTube is a smart ass, depending on what IQ they have exactly and how much they know and. Anyway, because like I mentioned, Chad, like considering the fact that considering yeah, oh shit. Ooh man, I don't typically call people like that because shit, my anxiety and stress goes high like that.
Cause the way they would react, and apparently she was being a bitch. Come on, being straight up like that—that's not necessarily being straight up, bro. Shit, that's like arrogant straight up. Come on.
Never nervous. I never get nervous.
Those millennial people, real shit. I'm sure a majority of them are sinners or less sanctified. I would feel, and obviously, YouTube's gonna keep it private of what I specifically mentioned. You know what I mean? And they have to mandatory slash be obligated to like rest in peace for those sinners, which those are the only ones to head to hell. Because it seemed like she was a sinner, you would notice that. And obviously, YouTube's gonna keep it private of what is we specifically mentioned, whether it's on my stream or uploads overall. Like if I'm recording, like while I'm recording, and then gonna upload it most likely on this channel. You know what I mean? And like, and those less sanctified would have access to heaven, but would have to rest in peace as well. They have to be mandatory slash like obligated. You know what I mean?
Not a pussy. He's like, be a man, man. You're mentally mature. Prove that you are.
And I proved it. I'm mentally mature. I'm a man, obviously. That's gmail.com, not yahoo.com. So I think I still need to send it to the. My goodness, though. Let me text my wifey real quick, because apparently she is texting. Hold up.
app because I want to. Because I'm not a pussy. He's like, be a man, man. You're meant to prove that you are. It's like that test. And I even sent him like this all emails I got, but I'm gonna go on the Yahoo app because I want to ensure like apparently I didn't. So you sent to the correct email, but I'm not able to get into my Gmail and hold on, let me go to my Gmail app.
The Yahoo app is what I was specifically referring to.
Fuck, I didn't necessarily get it from my Gmail. I didn't necessarily get into my Gmail.
Oh, like my email like through like my Gmail like email through like link to Yahoo overall. You know what I mean? But I'll check that once I get a chance, cause then it's gonna go back to the present part, like the current part of my live stream. So I wanna like that's why I'm like backtracking overall on my live stream to ensure like which part like so you can all know like the way she mentioned it. You know what I mean?
Oh, got you. I have to call that.
I was sending voice audio messages.
The other like typing or whatever overall.
Come on, I gotta call. Come on, like let me go to the part where I call. You know what I mean?
Because I feel like nah, like I don't necessarily have any fears. I feel that's a social like fears. But yeah, I saw it came down. But when I looked at it, I'm like, oh, a rat. It was like compared to now. So when I witnessed it, it was a centipede. Came from some. Sorry. What do you think she's gonna? Here it is. Alrighty.
I don't hear a phone going off.
No, no, no! Don't fuck everybody up. Power. Jeez, man. Like, man, anxiety. I wish I didn't necessarily have this anxiety and stress. Like, come on. But bro, Bahami has a certain type of mental trauma, but mine is different compared to his. So, if you can possibly do it, I can possibly do it as well. You know what I mean?
Cause like yeah, he have a rare. Well, he has a certain type of mental trauma, and compared that to me, like compare his to mine, I have a rare specific type of mental trauma, which is very, very, very temporarily, and overall very decreased, like very decreased overall. Yada, I mean. Oh shit! No, 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 no! I'm on that part. I'm on that part. Come on, come on.
Oh my goodness.
I was scrolling down my video, but I meant to like press play on my live stream. Yada, I mean. What? No, I didn't hear nothing. Okay. All right, bye. Nah, my mom's calling me. I have to answer that chat.
Teresa though, that bitch, like, that was. What's that?
Oh, that's the part. That's the part. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, what the fuck, man?
But no, or simultaneously. But no, because like I mentioned, I don't necessarily have any mental disabilities, but a she's like my supervisor. Overall, just see, but no, because like I mentioned, I don't necessarily have any be me with a job, but I don't necessarily need help. I'm gonna work at Tim Hortons, but they can like help me with other jobs.
That's the part. Okay.
The mobile call I can't hang up. I'm gonna mention. So apparently the e-sign went to my Gmail, but what should we look?
Actually, I meant to like let me be blessed by God and my Jesus Christ. You know what I mean?
Um, could I have a talk with Simone Green? Alright, I'll transfer you.
That is very fucked. Recognize the voice, you know.
Wish me luck, chat. Yeah, hi, this is Mike Bahri. So the e-sign was re-sent to my Gmail, but I'm not able to e-sign it because I use Yahoo and it wasn't like directly sent there, like through my Gmail. Yeah, yeah, she reached out to me, but she said that she resent it, but I not able to have access to my Gmail, and I usually have access to Yahoo, which is the simplest way to e-sign. What's that? Um, yeah, I may have.
What was she mentioned?
Um, yeah, I may have. The
And actually, I'm gonna screen record this as well. So hold on, give me a minute.
not able to have access to my Gmail, and I.
Already.
Wish me luck, chat. Yeah, hi, this is Mike Bahri. So the e-sign was re-sent to my Gmail, but I'm not able to e-sign it because I use Yahoo and it wasn't like directly sent there, like through my Gmail.
I said directly sent this to my Gmail. When I mean by directly sent this to my Gmail, I mean my Gmail account is linked to my Yahoo. Like, come on, bro. I would have been like, gotcha. So you weren't able to have access, considering the fact that it was sent to Gmail, but you're not able to have access to your Gmail, but your Gmail account's linked to your Yahoo. Am I correct? If the person's like, am I correct? I'll be like, absolutely. That's you're definitely, you definitely are. And I'll just mention correct.
Yeah, yeah, she reached out to me, but she said that she resent it, but I not able to have access to my Gmail, and I usually have access to Yahoo, which is the simplest way to e-sign. What's that? Um,
My Gmail's linked to Yahoo. Hold on. This is the part. What's that? Um, yeah, I may have. Watch, she's gonna get heated afterwards because she thinks that I'm confused when I'm not necessarily. Like the fuck, it takes quite a while for me to process. Like shit, I'm definitely not gonna mention to her that I have a rare specific type of mental trauma, which is very, very, very temporarily don't, and it's very, and it's overall very decreased overall. I am possibly not gonna mention to her that I could possibly mention to her that I don't necessarily have any mental disabilities, but a rare specific type of mental trauma, which is very, very, very temporary and overall very decreased and like very decreased overall. But that part, the trauma part, I'm possibly not gonna mention that shit because I bet she's just gonna think I'm making an excuse. And I may not possibly mention to her like, oh, I don't necessarily have mental disabilities, because she's gonna be like, oh, you do, you know, because I mentioned to her, because like I even mentioned to my homie Farhan, not her. Fuck that, fuck her. No, Farhan even mentioned that. Cause I even mentioned, no, not Farhan. I mentioned to Farhan that those two teachers, well, the one who used to be a teacher but currently is a supervisor, or like the one that does the project search internship. That's what it's called, which is very fucked, real shit. Thinking that it's only for those who have intellectual disabilities when I don't necessarily have any mental disabilities, but a rare specific type of mental trauma, which is very, very, very temporarily. And overall very decreased overall, but the trauma part I'm not gonna mention to her because she's gonna think I'm making an excuse, and the disability part, even though I don't necessarily have any mental disabilities, she's gonna just think I'm making an excuse as well. Like fuck her. Because yeah, I was mentioning to Farhan that the one who's a teacher at the Uconnect place, the one I volunteer at, and obviously you two can keep it private of what I specifically mentioned about that, but overall, and the one who's the owner of that project search shit, the internship that I'm gonna be part of, which is not just for those who have mental disabilities. I feel like, because they exploited me, they took advantage of me and put me within that like by force. Because I was gonna live my life, I got finished volunteering, I'm just gonna get a job, live my life, and apparently they put me in that shit, thinking like, oh, they're gonna help me find a job after the internship, or while I was in the internship. Like fuck you, bitches. Motherfuckers, like. But the MR ship, they exploited me as well. They forced me, and they're like, you're signing yourself away. Like, I'm selling my soul to the devil. Fuck that. I'm not necessarily. I signed a contract, and I read all overall. like, like, overall, overall real shit. I'm gonna specifically mention, like, fuck her as well, the MRS shit. That, you know, and it's for those who need help with job as well, which I don't necessarily need help. I know exactly which job to need. I need is to work at fucking Tim Hortons. I love Tim Hortons. I love their coffee. I'm gonna work there temporarily though until I have the job I'm gonna consider working at Miami, Florida. Possibly a way to escape all of the stress and anxiety within fucking dumbass Michigan. Fuck this shit. Once I work at Tim Hortons, real shit, I'm out. Just want to live my life, get my own place as well, before I can move to Miami, Florida next year. Like, you're gonna notice a big change within my vlogging channel and my gaming channel, because you're gonna notice my face cam, notice my background, all that shit. But anyway, I'm gonna consider continuing. Without further ado, let's get straight to this shit. Before I consider ending my stream, before I end it, my bad, I had to like be like, oh, before I end it, like, here's this part. The same one, but to Yahoo. Same Gmail, link to Yahoo, to Yahoo. That's what I mentioned. She got confused. Watch. My Gmail's linked to Yahoo. And she's like, different email address. Yeah, yes. What the fuck? She even ignored my question. I like mentioned it was linked to my Yahoo. She's like, oh, okay, got you. Okay, my bad. I figured like, well, she wouldn't say I figured. She doesn't know exactly everything. Fuck that. She has low IQ, doesn't know exactly everything, and it's not necessarily equal to exactly infinite IQ. Like, to God of my juice Christ. Fuck no. God of my juice Christ created her, and Satan found that mortal body that she was going to be within. So before she was within her mortal body, Satan took advantage of it, tempted / manipulated it, and it's fucked. She's a sinner. That's proof. She even ignored my offer. Like, what the fuck? I'm gonna have a chat with Farhan. I'm gonna fucking real chat with my homie Farhan. I gave Caleb number to him, and Farhan is gonna collab with us. Like, what the fuck? He's gonna even meet Farhan as well. Farhan shaved the beard as well because we're gonna prove that this is how men are meant to look. Like we're mentally mature, but overall, yeah. I mean, and hold on, my homie called me, but my screen recording ended because they called me, so it ended. Hold on, let me start my screen recording again and continue this shit. Cause she even ignored my offer. She's like a different email address. Are you fucking kidding me? Same email, but linked to Yahoo. What do you not fucking get? Can they stop calling me real shit? Like when I hang up, stop calling me. What the fuck? No offense, but jeez. Now I have to head to the part. What the fuck? God damn it. Anyway, you know what I'm supposed to be referring to, chat. Oh my god damn it! Stop calling! Jeez! And I'm for real, I'm not being disrespecting, but like when you hang up, don't call that person. I know how people call when they're on a group chat. Caleb, when he calls, I'm like not able to talk. He's like, okay, I understand, understandable, sir. I understand that I wouldn't like disrespect you in any way with all due respect. When AZ calls, okay, well, that's different. I'm not gonna really mention much. AZ's chill. When I mention sorry I can't talk, he's like, I'm sorry, man, but I really, I'm not gonna mention much. I'm not gonna really mention much. AZ is chill. My homie Angel and Farhan is chill, cause Angel, I'm sure, is calling me or Farhan, but real shit. Y'all gonna hear it. Hold on. Oops. It would react, and I think keep it private what is and those less sanctum send it to the hold on, did I skip that part? No, I didn't actually. Part like the current part of my live stream so hold up. Again? Seriously, they're calling me? My screen recording is ending simply because of this bullshit. Like, bro, and it took me to the fucking current part! Sorry, man, I don't mean to, like, acting like I'm whining, but I'm not. I'm just pissed. You never see me get pissed like that. I don't necessarily mean to whine. It wasn't necessarily sent there because obviously to put the email wrong. Oh! Y'all can consider here, you know what I mean? Alright, so apparently he wants me to call that person. But yeah, that's just part of my internship. Like, so refreshing part of my thing. What the Give me a minute, chat. Yo, appreciate it. Wolf, Wild, Wilder, K YouTube. Appreciate it. Oh, I may possibly get 500 subs. I'm pretty sure. Hold up. Real shit. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Anxious and stressed. I don't never get nervous because I feel very temporarily and overall. But I use um Yahoo and it wasn't like oh I the e-sign was re-sent to my Gmail, but I'm not able to e-sign it because I use Yahoo and it wasn't like okay directly sent there like through my Gmail. Yeah, yeah, she reached out to me, but she said that she resent it, but I not able to have access to my Gmail, and I usually have access to Yahoo, which is the simplest way to e-sign. What's that? Um, yeah, I may have. The same one, but to Yahoo. Like it's linked. Is my G? So same one, linked to Yahoo, like I mentioned specifically. My Gmail's linked to Yahoo. Like I mentioned, she ignored this shit. And every time I specifically mentioned, sex about like, oh, how she's sin and all that, like, I'm specifically referring to. And then I got rudely interrupted because they were calling. Like, they can call you in. Like, come on, that's fuck. Come on, bro. Like, call me like afterwards. Like, I'm screen recording. Then it's gonna end my screen recording as you call. Like, anyway. Oh my goodness. To Yahoo. Like it's linked. Is my Gmail's linked to Yahoo. See, she was even interrupting me quite a bit, like in a sinful way where she was ignoring like my question. Um, no, it's the same email. I mentioned it's the same email, but just linked to Yahoo. Nope. Yeah, 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 yeah. Then. And see, it seems like she was getting me into something overall. Like, um, same email, linked to Yahoo. No, I never had a chance to, but I'll mention that to her. All right. email is very bullshit.
Alright, so, different email address. I have the same exact email directly sent to my Google account. So when you refer to different email address, are you specifically referring to like a different like platform of where my email sent to? So, alright, I think I can give her a call. My goodness, I'm gonna have to call Farhan. It's on stream, so I'm gonna send this shit as well. Obviously, you just can't keep it private. What's specifically mentioned about that?
Because obviously, it's same Gmail, but linked to Yahoo, and she doesn't necessarily understand, so. Anyway, and the screen recording, I'm going to send all of what I could possibly send.
And the screen recording, I'm going to send all of what I could possibly.
Oops. And they were constantly calling, like, geez, like. Hold on, let me see if it's sent to my Yahoo, and she didn't send it there, then that's bullshit. And she mentioned be sure to check your spam folder as well. Perfect! Someone has a brain! Fucking thank you. Hold on, let me go upstairs. Okay, actually, you know what? Alright, I'm gonna end it right here. If you want to see more of me playing Fortnite, be sure to leave a comment down below. Otherwise, I'm gonna end it right here. Take it easy. I love when people know how to make certain things perfect. Thank you. I'm gonna just end it and just live my life. Stream later or whatever. I gotta edit my Uncharted 4 video. I can't. I fucking can't. What's this bullshit? But anyway, I'm gonna end my stream. Streaming is always gonna occur.